Welcome back to the Legend of Nat 1, your favorite Liveplay D&D podcast.
I got new dice, yeah!
I'm your DM, Germán Rodriguez, and I'm gonna be leading this orchestra tonight in a beautiful, majestic symphony.
I'm Shane Cherry, and I play Sylas Cantor, the community's hero whose kill count is now above 0. Shout out to NADPOD on stealing their format.
So I am Dave, and I'm playing Rufus MacBarley Sheet because I came up with a stupid name at one point.
Not even. You stole a stupid name.
I slightly modified it.
I'm Ben, and I play Randall.
All right.
Straight to the point.
Simple as that.
Spoiler alert, I watched all of Food Wars in a matter of 2 days, so I have a lot of food references in me, and be prepared.
Probably a lot of food in you, too.
Oh,
He did just have Chinese.
I did.
What happened last time on the Legend of Nat 1?
So, in the last episode, our heroes were clearing out Mine 25 from a squad of FAFSAn and rollers. They were able to pass as one of them, Marjorie, and thanks to Silas's drag ability and his artistry, character impersonation.
We're in our 5th episode, and you had to look up my character's name.
I didn't want to mispronounce your name.
Okay. That's very nice.
I forgot if you had 1 or 2 S's to see how much I had to emphasize the S. Yeah, Sylas or Sylas. But yeah, Sylas has dragged.
Silent S in the middle.
Sylas has dragged himself up, and
Marjorie.
not only did they deceive the enemies, but they took them down very quickly. After going down the mine, they saw that they had found a new vein of this glowing, glittery ore that they were mining. They were also harvesting cockroach milk, and they were packing it up to be moved with their cockatrices. I'm sorry, not cockatrices. Axe picks. You guys keep confusing me with a clockstritch word.
Ostriches. They are clockwork ostriches.
Yeah.
I scratched that word like 3 times out of my notes and still comes back to haunt me. Ugh.
Some
Okay.
things are just beyond DM control.
Yeah.
It is collaborative world building after all.
It is. I'm gonna have to buck in eventually and just call them clockstriches. I hate you.
Well, Shane wanted to call them Borg Beaks for a while.
I'm into Borg
I
beaks.
wanted axe.
Axe Borgs. I like Borg Beaks better.
So
The
I
alliteration.
kind of wanted to have that beak ending though, but axe bork just sounds like something the Swedish chef says. So clockstridge it is, I guess.
You were if you just we ended at the end of the combat in the last vein of the mine with the 3 remaining orcs falling to your mighty swords. Who apparently all 3 of them, I realized at some point, they look like the 3 guys, the 3 gems from Steven Universe. Thank God I'm over that now. And what do you guys want to do now? You have the mine to yourselves. I remind you that in her FAFSA bit, she was, by she I mean the lieutenant, she was typing out a report email to send back to base, which was still not sent. Do you want to deal with that now, or you want to go back upstairs to rest? What's the deal?
If I remember, and by remember I mean I listened to our raw files, I believe we decided we were going to let Hank deal with sending the report, although the current plan that I put forth was like nothing spectacular, but we can't really stay here and then like dump the bodies off in the woods somewhere and make it look like bandits or something. But yeah, I think we were gonna go. No, I'm not gonna waste perfectly good makeup on cadavers. Let's be realistic here.
You have 2 whole disguise kits.
I know, I have 2 of them. Still a finite resource. The entire community got together to get me those disguise kits. Yeah, but I think we wanted to go pick up the community and bring them here and
It's more defensive.
try to hunker down for a little bit and figure out the next move with some of their leadership.
I definitely want to work with Hank to figure out how this whole mine works and then start improving defenses.
All right. So if you dash through the tunnels in the mine, the cockroaches are unable to catch you because you're using the mine card.
We got cockroaches.
Um,
We gotta clear those out too.
For now, let's put up a sign.
Beware of cockroaches.
Warning! Giant lethal cockroaches.
Is that what I sound like?
the closer you get to sunlight, the less cockroaches you find, and eventually they just like. Well, excuse me,
And that-
Mrs. Grammar Nazi. Do you want to join the FAFSAn army now too?
That's how Rufus died.
Yeah. I did not take a note on that at all. Yeah, the fewer cockroaches you find, the closer you get to the light, to the sunlight, and a few hundred feet away from the entrance, they just like hiss and go back into the dark. If you want to go find the rest of the community, they're still waiting for you near the cave that they said they would wait.
Cool. I mean, I do make a sign first in case anybody in the community comes like running up right as soon as we get back. I don't want people exploring the dangerous mines right off the bat.
Is there like a barbed wire around or anything similar to that, so we could just like wire it off so people don't go through there?
Through where?
Into the mine.
Into the mines.
You can just close the door.
More
There, we'll
dangerous.
There's a door.
The giant stone door. Oh, you mean the actual
Like-
the cave
yeah.
that leads to the
Yes.
cockroaches?
Yeah.
There is the spring-loaded mesh door that I mentioned before, like an old-timey elevator door.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll close that and then we can put your sign
Put
up.
the sign right on there, a little bit of home decorating, and then... Oh, champion, away!
It's a good thing.
The 12 clock switches that are downstairs, do we want to take those with us? Or do we want to...
We're bringing the people
Yeah, we're
back
bringing
here
the people
anyway.
here. Let's leave them here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just leave them in their pens for now.
they're not even in a pen. They're just tied to the wall on the right side of the
That's
courtyard.
fine. We can't
Yeah.
herd them all anyway. Let's.
Yeah, they're just like parked there.
Yeah.
Without-
They're just not moving, they're just like a nerve.
Yep, they're just parked.
Okay.
They're out of gas.
So, to the community?
Yeah.
To the
Back
community!
To the people.
Okay.
So you guys meet up when you approach the cave. Make a perception roll, all of you.
Awesome. You
Because
die.
I'm not good at. Oh wait, I am good at it.
Not a 1, but it
Not
is a
this time.
7. I rolled a 10. But I just took my passive, which is 18.
Well, that's you don't get to just
What was
decide
yours,
that.
Rufus?
Oh, I only. It was embarrassing. I got 9.
Okay.
I rolled
So
a
Hey,
7.
you beat my 8, so
Hey, I rolled a 7.
yeah, good. Great way to start the...
watch me roll 2 1s now. Oh no, that's fine. So Rufus, right in front of your axe beak, one of Yara's spears, well, not her spears, one of Yara's javelins thuds right in front of your axe beak, like making it rear back and screech in fear. And she's like, "Hey yo, I'm up here." And you look up, and she was like hiding in one of the ridges of the mountainside. And she's like, "Oh, you guys are back and alive.
Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
Good attempt, Sylas. Good job. That's the right code, but yeah, I snuck up on you. How'd everything go? What's up with the whatever, the facility or the cave, whatever it is?
We think we
Why
might have
are
found a
you
new
up
home.
there?
Clearly being a good watch person.
Well, you missed.
I didn't mean to attack him.
Oh.
I meant to scare him off.
Well, we
And
might
I
have
could have
found
hit you
a-
if I wanted to, Rufus, she says while looking at you menacingly.
We think we can secure the location. We need to speak to Manuela and Hank.
What were you saying, Randall?
Basically what he said.
All right, let me come down for a second. And she comes down, but she's not very graceful coming down because she's not that dexterous to be honest.
Does she fall?
Well, let me see. I don't think she falls down. Oh no.
Oh, natural 20.
She climbs down the way that a rock climber will climb, not very like, graceful, but still like sturdy and like safely. And skillfully, just not graceful. And she's like, all right. She wipes her hands clean of dust and dirt and like, okay, let's go, guys. There shouldn't be any more guards on this side of the road.
Well, I would like to point out that like we don't look great. Like,
yeah, what happened to you kids?
I was shocked several times.
I saved him.
Well, good job. And she like smacks me on the shoulder like, oh, come on, you can do better than that.
We defeated an entire unit of FAFSAn enrollers through cunning and guile.
So
We're not dead. That's what matters.
Well, congratulations, Sylas. That means you popped your cherry. Good job, kiddo. She's like, I'll make you some special fruit tipsy juice later. We should come up with a name for this thing. It's so good. Ugh.
Yes, I certainly never whine about it the morning after.
You guys get up on the cave, and you see the remaining guards come up to you after Yara does a few extra calls, and Manuela and Hank come out, and they're like, "Oh my lord, Sylas, what happened to you? You are gushing blood everywhere, and you too, boys."
We've had an entire ride back. I would like to think that I've at least made it look like I am impressively holding myself together, even though I am dying.
He did good.
Like, bandages and, like, maybe just, like, the piece of the arrow sticking out because I still don't know how to get rid of it safely.
He's not
but
gushing blood anymore, but he's basically a mummy.
No, like, I think to make it look like a hero returning from battle.
Fine, under all your feather boas, you're basically a mummy.
Returning
The
from
hero
battle.
of your community literally pretended to be someone else, allowing us to take over a new home for the community.
We defeated them through guile and cunning.
And swords.
His swords.
Rufus has proven his worth in battle quite a bit. And our new friend Randall liquefied a few enemies.
Oh my, we definitely have been blessed by the Gone Gods by having you two join us. Oh, Sylas, come here, sweetie. Let me give you some care. Sit down. Bite on this piece of wood. And she
Glad it's not me.
she pulls out Yara's hooch and sprays it on your wound.
Makes a surgery check.
Or is it all over your
Medicine
body?
check.
Yeah, she pulls out like her medicine kit, which is mostly just like
Mostly hooch.
Different kinds of liquor.
different kinds of fermented berries and mushrooms and shit. But she's very good with this medicinal stuff, and you heal for 7 points of damage.
Dang. I'm not gonna record that though, because we're
Yeah, so like she pretty much practices emergency care on all of you, and like heals you and patches you up, and like sews up the wounds that were open, mostly on Rufus and Sylas.
Grandmother, while we were exploring, we found that the enrollers had only gotten there recently themselves, and we believe that we could, with Hank's help, send false information back to the enrollers so that we could secure the spot. But there are some, I'll just say, unpleasantries that will need to happen, as we could not care for all of the fallen.
The bodies need to be moved.
Oh, sweetie, it's okay. It's happened before. We've encountered some of those the nils, and it's okay. I understand. Yara is here to take care of that. For now, let's get people moving. Do you mind if some of the elders ride your clock switches? The kids keep calling them that. It's so hip, so hip.
Of course. And I get off I assume I already got off of Champion because she was tending to my wounds, but
Yeah.
I get ready to help a person up because she can ride mine.
Yeah. And that annoying little kid that was bothering you with the bonfire, Rufus, he teleports from wherever he was into your clock stretch. I was like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine!
I'm just gonna stare at him while somehow still wiping blood off of my weapons.
You should probably clean that sooner next time.
You know what? I realized that I'm gonna
I'm
make
gonna stare at you too.
a Naruto-style class 7 out of the kids are here, because one of them is a little emo because he's a sorcerer and he's developing magic and he's not dealing well with it. So he's gonna be the Sasuke. This annoying kid will be the Naruto, and we need a girl to be the Sakura. I'm working on it. So y'all moved the rest of the community over there, and it was very quick because not only are you guys escorted by the rest of the community guards, but you know the way, and there's nothing on the route there. You arrive and everyone is like in awe how beautiful and spacious
Before we open the door,
everything is.
hold on. Everybody. And I go, children, cover your eyes. I make all the kids cover their eyes.
They follow suit. They're like, okay, Mr. Silas.
And
Except
then-
that annoying one.
and
He
then-
peeks through his fingers.
Okay, and then we open the door so that they can see all when they take their hands away, they can see all the clock ostriches that are there.
And the sounds of awe, it's like a wave that covers you with this warm happiness. Because they're all honestly surprised that you're able to secure such a large and safe space. Of
I tell Manuela, welcome to our new fortress.
It just crosses my mind that there are 3 corpses on this floor. Ugh. Kids,
Minor
play with those
illusion, minor
ostriches.
Hey, we should name the kid. I don't know what to name him though.
I guess we'll have to
Buck?
find out through play.
Puck?
Puck or Buck?
I like Buck.
Annoying emo magic boy?
No,
No,
the
the one
annoying
different.
loud one.
The one that likes to kick you in the shins and steal your clock stretch.
Oh no, if he was annoying emo magic boy, he's just gotta be hairy.
How about Henry?
Oh God, no Henry. I have
Henry Porter.
Emo sorcerer kid will be Henry. I don't know the other one though.
So can we show Hank the thing we found, the FAFSA bit?
Oh yeah, so it's pretty similar to the one that you have now, except that in this one it was already opened up her mailing app, let's call it, or the mailing feature, and she had drafted the thing, and Hank is like, I wonder what I should write. I probably could reverse engineer whatever she was doing and allow you to unlock the feature in yours as well, but what should I say? I never thought this opportunity would present itself. I wasn't ready for this.
What does it say already?
She pretty much was saying that this is an ideal place to secure for an outpost on the border of Malaris, and she's not wrong. This place is beautiful and self-sustaining.
Which is why we should say that it has severe structural damage and is a lost cause.
And it's full of cockroaches.
Well, yes. Let me.
Something worse than cockroaches.
But it's
Something-
full of cockroaches.
Well, yes, I know that, but something else that's more scary. How about a dragon?
really big
Let's
cockroaches.
stick in the realm of believable, and I'm just typing away on it.
So what's the message in the end? Because Hank will follow whatever you tell him to do, but he does not want to be the one making the decision of what to say.
She seemed really gruff, right? She seemed gruff. So I think it says, God damn it, this stupid place is structurally unsound, must have been damaged. There are monsters and wild animals that have taken over the mine, and it's not worth our time. We're moving on to another location.
Okay. So this is a deception, and because it's through text and you met this person before, you get advantage to lie about being her.
Hey.
Whoever wants to do the roll, they're welcome to.
Who has the highest deception? I think that'd be Sylas.
Hi there. That is a 24.
Do you guys miss at anything? Are you guys bad at anything?
I'll have you know, Silas's die rolled badly, but Tasani came through.
You leave it like that, and you guys finish setting up. The moment that the rest of the community comes in, they start piling up the bodies by the front, and they put them in one of the smaller carts that you found before. Immediately, the cooks and the people who preserve food start working on the cockroach crystallized milk. And after they have removed all the milk from that cart, they call you guys over and they point at the bottom of that cart. They're like, hey, look what we found down here.
What is it?
And you look into the cart, and it's a sizable mound of that magical ore that they were mining down there. And by sizable, I mean it's about like a third of the cart was filled with that, and then the remaining 2/3 were cockroach crystallized milk.
So this is the ore that we saw like spread throughout that like built this whole contraption device.
Yeah.
Remind me, were there prosthetic limbs made out of this, or were they made out of more steampunky stuff?
Steampunky stuff.
Okay.
But we could use this to build this mine to our favor.
This material can be used
It's a
to
conductor of some sort.
create illumination. Yes, we've seen it used for that.
And Yara overhears this, and you can see her literally drooling over this ore. She's like, the weapons that I could build with this. Okay, I
love where you're going with this, but we're going to be making defenses first.
So this is basically metallic magic.
Pretty much.
yes.
I'm
What
gonna
kind of-
I'm gonna find a smallish chunk of it,
Mhm.
you know, really like tiny, and just swallow it whole.
What's the purpose of that? She asks you. She's like, why did you do that? Do you know how ore functions?
It will make me more powerful.
It will give you a very powerful bowel movement. That's what's gonna do.
A magical one.
I am
certain-
not going to be near you when that happens
I'm
at all.
not
no.
certain that's how magic works, or how ore works.
Look, I'm a ranger, okay? I understand things by eating them.
And she
You wanna know
raises
what a mushroom does? You eat it. Same thing with this. I don't.
she raises her finger and then like puts it down and raises it again and like puts it down and then just shakes her head and walks away. She's like, you know what, Rufus? Yes, you should eat everything you encounter. That seems very safe and functional.
Could
Yara,
you-
while you work on this, I'm going to show some of the new rooms that we have access to in the living quarters to some of the children and the older folks.
But yeah, by the time you get there, Manuela and the elders have already started like fixing up the living spaces and like salvaging the furniture that could be salvaged and throwing out the ones that don't, or using them as fuel, fire fuel.
I offer that one nice room to Manuela.
She's like, oh no, dear, we're gonna make sure that every single inch of this space is shared equally. This is honestly a gift sent from the gun gods, and we will make sure to make the best out of it. But I appreciate it.
I close the door while we're like in the room.
Door's closed.
Could I talk to you for a minute?
Yes, of course, sweetie. What's going on?
It's weird to kill people.
Oh, come here. She sits down in the old rickety bed. She's like, come on, sit down.
Yeah, he takes a seat next to her.
She like taps your back and she's like, look, I know we did our best to shelter you and the other kids from all that nasty stuff, and only Yara in the past had to kill a humanoid, and they were already nil, so it didn't really count. But we live in a fucked up world. The people before you and before me made decisions that put us where we are today. It's hard, but do not take the guilt for it. You're not responsible for this. You are defending yourselves.
Yeah, no, we had to defend ourselves. That it was the only way, but it doesn't feel right. Is this what it was like in the war?
She dropped her head drops and she's like, I witnessed and was responsible for many a death because even though I was part of the medical team, we also were concocting some potions and magical weapons that I was involved in. And I know that by my hand, many people died. It's still not easy to sleep at night. You have no idea how many of our own men died in my hands because I was unable to save them. But the only way to live with this pain is to make sure that I do everything I can so that other people don't have to go through it. Make sure that those kids out there, and you hear the kids like fighting outside, like hitting each other with rocks and shit. Make sure that they don't have to go through what you went through. Especially poor Henry. He's not handling well his magic. That poor kid. God. And she like pats you in the knee, and she's like, "Don't let it get to you, kiddo. Just do better. Sometimes we have to suffer so others don't."
All right. And he takes a second, and then he gets up. He smiles real big and throws open the door. Hello, children. Have you ever jumped on a bed?
And Manuela just like follows right after you, and she like continues doing her cleaning. What are
it's so
you?
hard not making a joke during dramatic scenes.
And what are Randall and Rufus up to while Sylas is chatting up with Manuela?
I will be hanging out with Hank primarily to, start looking at this place, figuring out how it works, building a better defense system, also with the art to build weapons.
You find Hank curiously going around the top landing, mostly just like looking at the cart rail and like trying to peek behind the door. He's like, "Oh, Randall, hey kiddo.
Hey,
By the
Hank.
way, good job earlier. Honestly, you guys, I know it probably was rough. It's not easy to get in a fight like that out of nowhere, but I really appreciate all the work you guys put in."
We were defending ourselves and we worked well as a unit. So we noticed that this place is pretty much a mechanical conductor, and we found a control panel.
Ooh.
And I think if we work together, we can build a formidable fortress.
Well, first off, it's changing the password in the front. Honestly, come on.
Yeah, FAFSA, that's so simple.
And
There was no numbers, no symbols,
at
nothing.
least any caps.
No caps either.
Oh boy. Back in my day.
Password length requirements. Remember? The first thing they teach you as a ranger.
Letters and numbers. At least one cap and one symbol.
I was thinking we could maybe figure out bio lock system, maybe, down the road.
I'll have to see what leftover parts they left us, because there's only so much we can work with. And honestly, my expertise back in my youth was more vehicles than it was fine technology. But I can take a gander at it.
Well, I can help now that I'm full of magic.
You, my friend, are gonna have a long night.
Hank looks at you, he's like, yes, actually, you know what? I hear Yara needs some help. She's working on we found a foundry of sorts, a very small one, but still working. Would you mind giving Yara a hand?
I will go magic it!
She could use the magic, yes.
I'm just so excited about magic.
This is not the direction I expected Rufus to go, but I am so very happy with it.
And Hank is like, well, if you can get me to that to the control panel, we can figure some shit out.
Question: is the control panel with the cockroaches?
Yeah, it's in the last vein, so it's like deep into the mines.
I tell Hank we can do that, but we should wait till the morning because it's really deep in and it's infested with cockroaches.
I'm cool with that.
That's what she said.
For now, let's go figure out the password at the front. Oh,
Yeah, let's work on
gross! Oh my god! It just processed. I was so in character, I didn't hear it. But oh my god, I hate you.
You hate Rufus.
Yeah, blame it on your character. Do that. So Randall, he comes down to you to the front door, like, all right, and he connects the FAFSA bit that the lieutenant dropped behind, and it's like, all right, I'm inside the lock. What should we do with this?
Well, let's change the password to something much better.
Well, what you want to put it? What you want to make it?
FAFSA sucks.
Exclamation mark.
This is actually, I think, would be more of a group decision. What should we make it?
If y'all come and get me, last scene jumping on the bed, like last scene destroying the bed with 6 children.
FAFSA sucks. X.
Heroes of Azwa? The community.
You will be doing the same thing they did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Silas starts trying to
What,
type
you're an
in
idiot? That's what you put on luggage.
caca 1.
Ka 1. Ka 1, Ka 2.
Oh no, it's caca, but the A's are 4s.
Oh god.
Clockstridge 1.
Okay.
I like it.
That could work. Something that the M will never be able to say out loud.
And that's how we know no enemies will ever make it in.
Yeah.
With a capital C at the beginning.
Yep, no way an NPC is going to say that out loud.
Let's write that down.
Alright, so when you go see Yara, one of the rooms up to the left of the first landing actually was a laboratory of sorts before. It was like a geological lab, so it had ways to melt down the ore and to reshape it, and it had pretty much all the equipment and gear needed for an alchemical lab as well. And you get there and you see Yara, and she's wearing this super thick rubber apron and a safety mask that goes from like her forehead to her chin. Hey, give me a hand. Grab me a bundle of them ores outside. I need to reload the bucket. Rufus?
I'll say, are we all back together again?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go have a little scene with Yara.
Did I?
Yeah.
You were instructed to. Did you
I don't
go
have to.
alone or no? Like,
No.
Okay, so
Okay. I mean, I volunteered to help, so I'm carrying the metal. The ore, whatever.
yeah, she's like, oh boy, this is gonna be so much fun. What should I make next? I mean, first I'm planning, of course, on making my main weapon, but I wonder, what do you think you guys would need to defend this thing to the max?
I'm a fan of rapiers.
I can make you one of those, easy.
Can you make 2?
I mean, I don't know. I never made that much stuff in one go, but for sure, I could work up a rapier here.
I don't mean to intrude, but... And then I look down at my sword. I'm worried that we may need to use these a bit more than I'd like.
She looks down at the remaining ore and she's like,
What's your experience with magical items?
I mean, I don't hold any magic.
I do.
I think his stomach is more magical than all of me right now.
I am full of magic.
Is it possible to reinforce the door?
I can try.
magic.
But the door itself is stone,
We
and
need-
I am not much of an architect, so.
Hank and I are going to be exploring how this place operates more. So we plan to reinforce the door, and we're going to definitely be building high defenses to this place. So in case we have to,
I
we
can
can.
I can probably make a metal gate to put behind the door on this
Do you ever
end.
make bows and arrows or crossbows?
I can make arrows, yeah.
We need a bunch of those.
You need the arrows only?
And the bows. I mean, people need to shoot them.
We'll have to start training the people as well. Perhaps there is some use for that old mattress still.
Can we put Marjorie up on it for target practice?
Oh no, that's rude. No desecration of dead
Show
bodies.
Marjorie some respect, good sir.
Yeah,
Besides, isn't she in 2 pieces?
I
Five.
think so. 5.
Five.
Ugh. Yeah. All the corpses are ready to be removed. Actually,
Yeah, can we put them in the cart and
We
maybe
should.
Yara and a couple of her scouts can come with us and we can drop them off.
dump them in a
somewhere.
ditch.
Well,
Away with the
make it look
corpses.
like they got ambushed,
How about we-
ideally.
How about we dump them in Molaris?
Across the border.
Yeah.
Add insult to injury.
Maybe try to start a war?
I
Not
don't
saying
think
anything?
we need to start another several thousand-year war.
Yeah, who are
over
you,
this.
Donald Trump?
Fortunately, we're in a world of fantasy, and I don't know that name.
Oh God.
Well, perhaps we should dump them in one of the other mines. We have the locations.
I'm a bit worried that we might have to clear out some of the other mines too if we were to try that. Maybe somewhere on the road en route.
Yeah. From this place.
Okay. All right. So the bodies are ready to be moved, and you guys go downstairs. And yep, Yara offers you a few of her scouts to assist you in dumping them wherever you want to go. The plan before I remember was dumping them in some woods nearby to make it seem as if it was, them being attacked by wild beasts or, just random savages.
Can you find a wild beast?
Not yet.
Damn.
I don't have what I
You
need
did
at
choose
this point.
Find Familiar, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. So the two scouts are like, okay, guys. So how many hours should we save for this? Because tonight we're not gonna go too far. We have to figure out how to protect this thing. Besides the door.
We're camping.
Maybe tomorrow we ride out 3 hours or so.
Okay. And
4?
I don't know a lot about these things, so
the
whatever the two of you think is best.
We should ride a half day there so we have the other half to come back.
so we spent a whole day outside. Okay. And that night, nothing out of the ordinary happens. Most people have found a corner to call their bed, and you guys were carrying a bunch of luggage, and by luggage I mean giant
Corpses.
wheels. No. From the old community to this one.
Oh, you
The
mean
community-
to get here before we
yeah.
leave with the corpses?
Yes. The community came with a bunch of shit and they were unpacking. Dinner was just dried meats and balls of cockroach cheese with some tea and some of Yara's hooch wine. Is that what it's called? Or just hooch? Because hooch, I thought it was
Yeah, I think it's a
grain
little
liquor.
redundant to call it hooch
Hooch
wine.
wine.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Just hooch. What's that? What's
her
the name?
homemade
What's the name of the liquor that is made by people in the mountains and they like
moonshine?
moonshine? Yeah, I thought moonshine was hooch.
Yeah, I
Moonshine
think-
is hooch. Hooch is
Yeah.
just
I think
like a
hooch is-
generic
yeah.
term for alcohol.
Oh, I thought it was like
Liquor.
homemade rickety liquor.
We are back on squares and rectangles.
He keeps saying this. I don't know what it means. Anyways, what's that sound?
Probably.
Is that your neighbors drilling
Sounds like someone
something?
drilling something apartment next door, yeah.
Well, oh, there we go. Thank you, neighbors.
Well, let's begin this again.
So you guys go to sleep, you long rest, you level up, which you already did.
Woo!
Everyone at
Yay,
home?
Second level.
I got 2 magics. I told you that little swallowing that magic thing was important.
Is that what this was about?
Yes.
That is the new canonical source of your magic powers.
Every time I level up,
Now he's
swallow
never
a
gonna
chunk
poop
of
it out. It's
magic
just gonna
rock.
become a giant growth in his colon.
Oh, that sounds so
And then your
painful.
character will end when you have magic cancer.
I have a magic tumor, yes.
Don't tempt me like that. I will do it. I've done it before and I'll do it again.
I know.
I killed someone's dad with magical cancer.
Oh, good lord.
I'm sorry, I should have said content warning, because anyways.
I think our episodes are always gonna come with a content
Trigger warning. There's magic.
Oh, no. We should take that very seriously, though.
Yeah.
But right now, we should play more D&D.
Yes, so you guys long rest, you level up. For everyone at home, everybody went level 2. Rufus went Ranger again, Randall Wizard again, and Sylas Bard again. Nothing really noteworthy happened during the night. Everyone slept very easily, and y'all even overslept. There was no alarm for morning time, so you just woke up as naturally as you could imagine, like by the sounds of birds and children playing and children screaming. It was a very good morning. You'll have breakfast, which once again, it's nothing, too great. It's just boiled, frozen dry oats that you guys had like from tanks that you found before, like large containers, with a few bites of cockroach cheese. And you start your trip. I need to. You are with 2 of Yara's scouts. Yes,
Before
Randall.
we get going, I cast Mage Armor.
All right.
And that will increase me to have temp HP of, I believe, 6 temp hit points.
Okay. And
What, are you talking about your abjuration stuff?
Yeah.
It's technically not temp HP, because it can stack with other sources.
yeah, it's a ward.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
You're just harder to kill.
Before you guys leave, Manuela's like, look, kids, I don't want you to get hurt again. I saw how you got back yesterday. If anything happens, you can use this. With the fresh cockroach milk you guys secured yesterday, I was able to cook up something very special. And she pulls out a little like Ziploc bag full of what can only be described as lumpy balls of dry mozzarella cheese with stuff poking out of it. These are protein cheese balls.
They're cockroach cheesy poofs.
I don't know if you've ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia. One
Yes.
time, Charlie is
Good
making
Lord.
protein bowls, which is just dog food with protein powder. It's very much a bag of these. And she's like, this is very nutritious, very good. You can eat one of these and you don't have to eat anything else for the rest of the day. I make sure that it's cooked properly and you will not get sick. She wigs her finger at you, Sylas. Here, 3 for each of you. And she gives you a baggie
Wow,
full
does
of
she always know.
cheese balls.
They're just called
So-
cheese balls.
so we each
They're
have 3 of them.
called cockroachy poofs.
Yeah, got crunchy poofs. First item to sell. We can, make our own brand of
Cockroachy poofs.
cheese poofs. It's all white cheese.
Uh,
A little.
What do they give us?
They're good berries.
It's pretty much a good berry.
Oh, good berry. Okay.
It's a dingleberry.
What they give us is the ability to get people off the ground.
By the way, I have to say, I didn't know what the word dingleberry meant until I was like 26. And honestly, I thought it was an actual berry, and I would say that before, and people would laugh, and I never understood why.
moving on.
Now I know why.
I jump on my
Sorry.
clock stretch, Mervin.
All right, so
Yep.
Come, champion, let us away.
And while our heroes dispose of some dead bodies somewhere in a ditch, far, far away, someone's adventure is just getting started. Let's take a look. We come to a room in the barracks of a military outpost in Lo-Fei, FAFSA.
Quitana stared at the mirror, and her light gray eyes stared back at her, piercing. She had deep forest green skin and long, silky black hair stretching down to her shoulders that she pulled into a tight, fastidious bun. Her features were severe, more handsome than beautiful, and her wiry, lithe body belied the strength and fortitude she possessed. As she stared, she was reminded of her parents. Her eyes were just like her mother's. It was her mother who taught her the ways of the world. An orderly appearance speaks to an orderly mind, she would say. Her father was loving and kind, but frankly, she found him weak. That much caring and fussing about the needs of the people and mercy was just not the way to bring order to the world. And through the teaching of St. Cuthbert, Quitana knew, through order, life. It was the beacon that drew her forward day by day. As she thought on her past, she remembered the prison camps. The FAFSAn enrollers had beat the FAFSAn ideals into her, forcing her to abandon St. Cuthbert's teachings, at least on the surface. But she knew that she was in the right place here. She would work with this Inquisitor Gordon, repulsive and arrogant as he might be, just long enough so that she could take his place, and then she would bring true order to the world.
Once Quitana is finished getting ready, she starts walking towards Officer Gordon's office. On the walk there, she is reminded of the cold, calculated, heartless world that she has ended up in by walking past many thick metal doors with propaganda posters on them. This whole building feels like a tin box. And as she arrives at the door of Officer Gordon, there is a low-ranking soldier outside who tells her he will see you now.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you.
She enters the office. She's seen with a very much familiar look. They all look the same. It's a plain square room with a desk, a few personal objects thrown around on top, but pretty much one out of many. Behind the desk sits a middle-aged, if not past the Middle Ages, human man with a meticulously manicured mustache, cruel little brown eyes, and a flat-top military cut. Well. You made it, huh? You're 10 seconds late, ma'am. Is that the kind of behavior you think we're gonna approve over here? You're lucky I'm in a good mood today. Take a seat.
Quitana almost snaps at him, but takes a minute to breathe and remember her translation into the FAFSAn tongue. Okay, Quitana, remember, you raise your voice, say the opposite of what you think of Inquisitor Gordon, and remember what you are feeling in the moment should be the weakest emotion you can imagine. This is how these people operate. Think weakness, think disorder, and breathe. Hello, Inquisitor Gordon. I'm so sorry that I'm late.
Too late now. So I looked over your application to join the Inquisitor ranks. QKU. You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna bother saying your name. It's on paper. That's all that matters. You foreigners have the most barbaric names. It's unusual that we have a Malarian convert, actually, especially one of you Gith. You know, with all of your crazy superstitions and devout, if misguided ways.
Oh, I will show you barbaric one day, Gordon. I will rip your tongue straight from your skull. I will bash your head in and spit right into it. You can call me whatever you like, Mr. Gordon.
I see you got a recommendation from Brother Longfoot, a rather prestigious name in our order. Too bad he's no longer with us.
I should have buried him deeper. I knew this would be a challenge, but it's okay. No, I forged the document. It's well done. It will be fine. Yes, it's such a pity that he's no longer with us. He was such an inspiration. He really helped me to adapt to FAFSAn culture and understand what's so wonderful about it. Mm-hmm.
Well, Kiwi, actually, I'm pretty impressed with the Trireca so far. Like I said before, it's not common that you Malarians, understand the right ways of the world and adjust to them. And there is quite a dangerous mission that I have for someone of your value. We receive a few beacons from the Malarian border. Your homeland. How about that? You get to go see the ruins of your failed civilization. What a treat. Well, long story short, we have some enrollers over there, and let's just say we lost contact with a group of them, while the other one keeps pinging this weird location in the middle of nowhere. So we're gonna have you lead your first squad out in the field, and because of your religious training, we thought this would be, let's say, ideal to test your metal, to test what kind of iron you're made out of. So get ready to report tomorrow morning. Your squad shall be waiting for you in the parade grounds, and you'll be given a clockatrice.
This is it. This is my chance. Finally, a mission without supervision. This is it. Saint Cuthbert, I will not disappoint you. I will do this well. I will come back. I will bring order. I will usurp this foolish, disgusting, repulsive. All right. Yes. Yes, I would be delighted to take on this responsibility for FAFSA. I'm very, very committed to serving you well. Can I just ask, is the priority of the mission to report back or ensure the safety of my squad?
Both. You are responsible for anything that happens to any of the equipment, mounts, and the squad itself. So this is your chance, girly. Make sure to come back in one spot, and if anything, you should come back with better gear and better mounts.
Oh, of course. That's a very reasonable request, and I will fulfill it. Absolutely. By the way, my name is Quitana. I don't know if you missed that before, but
Something with a Q. It's here. It's in your badge. Come on. Why are you hiding your badge behind the one full of clothing? And you notice that, like, the lapel of your jacket kind of covers your badge, and it's like, you see, that's not uniform compliant. Come on, fix yourself up, girly. That's not how things work around here, Kiwi.
Kitana pointedly stares at like the food stains on his clothes and all the junk on his desk and the shit that's like spilling onto the floor as he says this. Of course, I will make sure not to look so disheveled before you again, Mr. Gordon.
Now go, and just so you know, we are concerned that there may be some free people, and he like make air quotes when he says free, out by the border. We have heard many times that they have been spotted running around, playing freedom. But as it is your duty, the duty you have signed with the Grand Triumvirate, you shall punish them and bring them back for re-education. These people have become savages. I mean, you would know.
Of course, yes. I am sure the free people are savages, and we will have to correct that and bring FAFSAn ideals to the farthest corners of the nation. Yes.
Just meet with your squad in the yard in about 2 hours, and make sure to clean your bunker.
Of course, I wouldn't dream of missing that. Thank you, Mr. Gordon. I so appreciate this opportunity.
So after about however long time it takes her to clean her room and get her stuff packed up, so I'm guessing this is your starting equipment. And as we're gonna start at level 3, you have about 300 gold to buy
Okay.
in the base. So this base is pretty much like a modern American military base. So it has like housing, it has a gym, it has shops and everything. It's like pretty much a town on its own. Like it would have been a regular town otherwise.
Okay.
Has been
So
this,
basic stuff I can find.
yeah. So anything out of the player's handbook, except for that $1,000 gold coin item that's like a spyglass, you have access to, and you have 300 gold to buy it. So like potions, alchemist fire, like everything is in the market, including poison.
Okay, perfect.
Eventually, you come down to the yard and you meet a group of five people. There's a woman, there's 4 dudes, and 2 of them are orcs, like straight up orcs. The woman is a bugbear, and the other 2 dudes are just human. And when you come in, they do like the bare minimum salute, and they're like, "Commander, alas, you made it."
Yes, I finally have made it, and I would expect a better salute from my recruits. Would you like to try again?
And one of the orcs, like clearly trying to be disrespectful, does an exaggerated cartoonish salute. And it's like, "Is that better, ma'am?"
I cast Bane on him.
What's the saving throw for that?
I think it's wisdom. I don't have my book in front of me, but I can check.
No, it's fine. Let's assume it's wisdom. Just give me 1 second. Can you hear that clicking noise?
No.
Huh.
Oh, it's a charisma saving throw.
Oh, nice. He fails. It's like, oh, God damn it. Okay, fine. Stop it. And he like, if you let go of the spell, he just like, does a proper salute.
Thank you. Let this be a lesson moving forward. Now, is everyone ready?
And you see that the look of like disrespect and kind of like contempt that they had in the beginning kind of goes away, and they're looking at you kind of like and not in shock, but kind of like surprised that you're not the person that they were expecting. And the guy, the orc guy that kind of challenged you, he looks you straight in the eyes and he said, "Just so you know, watch your steps, because I am looking after that position, and the moment you do something wrong, trust and believe I'm going to be communicating it to Sergeant Gordon." And he mounts and like obeys your orders, but looks at you with like this look of like hatred and envy.
When he says that, Quitana will look back at him and give him the like sweetest, most exaggerated customer service smile ever. I wouldn't dream of doing anything that might upset you.
All right, and just like that, you guys take off. Hello there, cool cats and kittens.
While everyone is stuck inside, we hope you are safe and are able to remain as mentally healthy as possible.
There's no shame if you're just sitting on the couch or need some help dealing with the extra pressures Quarantina puts on us all.
Please prioritize your physical and mental health. We love you and we care about you.
We love you and want you to be well.
The Legend of Nat 1, background music by Kevin MacLeod, and provided by incompetech.filmmusic.io.
The Legend of Nat 1 theme by David Yarley.
This episode is edited by Brandon Lee,
with assistance by Shane Sherry. Logo by Ben Thwaite.
You can send us an email at thelegendofnat1@gmail.com. That's Nat1 with the number 1. Send us any ideas you have.
For treasure, weapons, fan art, weapons,
for loot,
weapons,
questions,
ideas,
etc.
And anything else you may think of. Weapons.
We'd love to hear from you.
We'll love to hear from you. Weapons.